Hi there, I'm John Spade, and this is The Egg for Monday, October 4th, 2010. And what makes interesting material? That's kind of what I want to talk about today. Because I think about all the distractions we have in life, and there's a myriad of them. There's so much to take in, and I sometimes wonder if it's not overload. And we're distracted to the point of just becoming inefficient in day to day. We're not really paying attention. We're kind of trying to take it all in, but we're not taking anything in. And I think about my egg because it's something that runs between 9 and 15 minutes, which is sort of the max I can put on YouTube. And I've really been thinking about, the quality of what I'm doing, the fact that I don't script it, and maybe I should, and get, content that's concise and in a smaller package, and that maybe might be more interesting, rather than me sitting here going, as I'm trying to think of the next thing that I want to talk about. Because when I sit here to do an egg, I've sort of got it all in line, articles that I've read and things that I want to talk about. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, is this actually interesting? Are people really tuning in? I mean, I'm seeing hits on Posterous, but, are they watching the egg, or are they merely, do they click? And if I don't have their interest in the first 20 seconds, are they moving on? Which is something, and let's be honest, if I go to certain videos or whatever, and I'm not, engrossed in it in the first 10 seconds, I'm probably not going to watch it all the way through. That's just the way we are. We want content now. We want it fast. And, it's sort of the way we are. And maybe because we are inundated. And I think about all the distractions we have in this world right now. Yesterday was NFL Sunday. It's a big day for me because I love NFL. I love watching football. But then you think you got NFL, CFL, NHL, WHA. There's just a host. You got college football, basketball. You've got hockey. And then you take that and you take the 100 or so shows that get launched in the fall, and they're all trying to get a piece of the pie and try to get our, attention. And of course, water cooler talk sort of dictates who's going to watch what. And, are you a One Tree Hill fan, a True Blood fan? Are you a House fan? And then there's a whole spinoff of other shows that maybe are connected that would make you want to watch. And before you know it, your 24-hour day after work is taken out of the equation, is pretty much consumed with a lot of information being thrown your way. And how much of it do you take? How much of it do you retain? How much of it is important? And I think about, there's so much distraction out there. Maybe that's the reason that we don't really get important messages. And, you think that there's a general lack of care, there's apathy when it comes to social issues and things that are important in this world that we need to work towards changing. But maybe people are just distracted to the point where, it's not that they don't care, it's just that they don't think of all the things that we could be doing to make this a better world. Leading into that, what got me thinking about this today was a young gentleman. I'm going to put the video up because you've got to check this out. And this is sort of, I get excited because while we're inundating ourselves with so much information, and part of that is because the internet has really put that out there, and this is what affords me the opportunity to do an egg every week or every day or, every second day. There are messages that are getting out there that are titillating us and making us really pause for thought and think about what's important. So the video I'm going to put up, I'm not going to talk about it because you have to watch it. It's pretty much self-explanatory. The young gentleman's name is Burke Bear, and he talks about what's wrong with the current food system. And at 11 years old, he recognizes that there's definitely an issue here. He wanted to be an NFL football player. He's now decided that he wants to be an organic farmer because he feels that by doing this profession, he can actually make a difference in the world. And watch the video. I'm going to talk about it more. I really think it's important stuff because I've talked about Food Inc. I've talked about our food sources, what we choose to consider staples in our diets, and how I'm a quasi-vegetarian and starting to lean more towards the idea of veganism every day just for the health benefits. And, you talk about that. Sometimes when I say, yeah, I'm kind of a vegetarian, and you get the eye rolls and the sort of the quiet gasps, it's like, oh my God, you're one of those people. Is there something wrong with you? And I was reading an article. Bill Clinton, ex-president of the United States, was walking his daughter down the aisle. Apparently, Chelsea told him that he had to lose weight before he could do that. He was packing it on. The guy's dealt with heart disease, was an advocate for meat. Anyways, he found a diet. It's called the China Study. That's the name of the book. Anyways, he's become a vegan, like an actual, not vegetarian, an actual vegan. He's on a plant diet. Apparently, what the study is, I haven't read the book yet. I'm definitely going to read it. But not only does it make you healthier, it actually can reverse the signs of heart disease. It can repair damaged heart vessels and lower cholesterol, and on and on and on. So he's basically given up all this stuff that he used to love, meat and barbecue, and gone to a pure vegetarian diet. Dangerous words, especially for a man that's like this, who is high profile. And the fact that it made the news is amazing to me, because of course there's an industry out there. It's a meat industry, pork, chicken, beef, everything else. We're inundated with it. Fast food is all about that kind of diet, and it's literally killing people on this planet. And I think in the coming years, if people don't move away from this diet, that there's a real risk that our healthcare system is going to be so inundated that it's literally going to break, because we can't afford to keep going down this path. Would love to hear your thoughts on it. I think I'm kind of at my limit here. Well, I got a few more minutes. No, you know what? That's good. Lots more to talk about this week. I'm going to be talking about a few other items. A great blog that I read about the 4 tips to be an successful Twitter. The 4 tips that no one will give you. And it's interesting because, and I'm not going to get into it too much, the lady that wrote it, she's Jewish. She talks about black culture on Twitter, why it's so popular, and sort of draws lines between how the black community is a lot tighter than everybody else, and that's why they have more success in when they start trending topics. And also suggested, and I found this is really interesting, and I'm going to be touching on it, but I want to make sure that I say it right, because there's a line here that she says, and I just went, wow. Maybe I'll bring it up on another one, because I'm going to be looking for it for too long here. What she suggests basically is that other races are a lot tighter. They know how to be tighter and bring themselves together. And what she suggested was that white people don't have ideas about white race, and that's why they're not as tight. And I thought, wow, that's a pretty heavy thing to say. Is it racist to suggest something like that? Are other races of people tighter? I'm going to weigh in and want to hear your thoughts. Anyways, some links up on the Posture site. If you've watched this far, thank you very much for supporting the egg, and tell your friends. Bye-bye.